Hi, John Stewart Hill here, founder of the Good Contractors List, and today I'm here with Rick Manning of Manning Remodeling and Construction Incorporated. These guys have been on our list for 5 years. 5 years, man. You know how many remodeling projects happen in 5 years? We just don't have problems at all with the Manning Remodeling. We just don't. I mean, that's you've done such a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in and talking with me today.
Appreciate it, John. Always a pleasure to see you.
Yeah. Well, I for one of the things that I want to tell you guys about that I love about Manning Remodeling is that it was really birthed out of relationship, and that's what we always stress very strongly with the Good Contractors List. That it's our relationship with you that makes it different. It's that we are involved, and we're like family. This is a family of contractors, and we love hearing stories about how contractors were just kind of born in it, and it was part of their bloodline. It's just part of your DNA. Tell me about how you first came to know any kind of construction.
Well, I started with my dad. It all started with my dad. When I was young, my dad was a custom home builder. And so I always looked forward to the weekends when I got to go to work with my dad. Mm-hmm. And so I followed him around as he worked. And I didn't know it at the time, but I was learning from the best.
Right, that's awesome, man. So he was like, put down the hammer while he's trying to work, and you're like banging on stuff as a little kid.
Right, right.
I love it.
You missed a spot.
I love it. Yeah, it's neat because we've had a really good conversation here, and a lot of people, whenever they want to decompress, they want to go on vacation. They want to go far away. You want to go with your dad and work on the property.
That's right. That
blows my mind.
That's how I decompress, is working with my dad out on the land still today.
Yeah, and so you, as a child, you were raised in it. You kind of got into it, and as far as like you actually on the weekends were doing handyman work.
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about your professional side, because that actually does have an important part to play.
Yeah, I always like to. My dad gave me tools and hand tools and power tools for birthdays and Christmas, and if that wasn't weird enough, I loved it, and so I always look for ways to use those, and still got some of those tools today, my pride and joy, as I say.
Oh, I bet.
So I always look for ways to use those, and even if it was on my own house, friends and neighbors, I was always doing handyman projects, and so when my first career was in quality assurance, so. That's kind of where I've learned my attention to detail. I spent probably a dozen years in the corporate world as a quality professional, up to and including at the director level, and so that's where I learned specifications and details, how to be detail oriented. And so then of course I was laid off and on a Friday, and so I started this on that Monday.
On a Monday.
Right.
Just grabbed the toolbox and said, man, I can
Yep.
do this. This is what
Yep.
it's in my blood. I've got to do it.
I did, yeah. And so that's how Manning Remodeling and Construction started.
So, okay, so you've got some some deep roots in management and quality assurance. These are all things that lead, there's a lot of people who can do quality remodeling work. They have the skill to do it, but where I find that the most problems happen is when good quality people try to run a business.
That's right.
What was that like, starting your business?
Well, it started small. It started with me, right, as a handyman, and so I grew from that. But with that corporate background and that director level quality assurance background, has really helped me to build and grow my own business.
So
the
it's
business side
like
of it.
Picking out the right people to be on the bus, I guess. Is
Right,
what
that's
some
right,
people like
and
to
in
say.
the right seats, right?
In the right seats, that's right.
That's right. And so people are the key. As you know, it's hard to find good people, and then when you do find them, you want to keep them.
Right. Well, and part of this, like as we were talking, you were saying that some of your crews have been with you for 10 plus years. These are, if you don't know how to manage a company, and you don't keep subs very long, because the good guys who don't, they're used to getting stiffed a lot of times, you know, or
That's right.
pushed back as like, okay, well, when I get paid, you get paid. But you have a different philosophy, even in the way that you collect money from the customer, that I found was very interesting. Tell me a little bit about that, because this is
Right.
this is huge,
You know,
guys.
I don't
Listen to
think
this.
any other contractor offers this, but I like to offer a no risk start to the project to the client. And so, as far as I know, I'm the only contractor that will start a project with no money down and no deposit. And that comes with a risk.
Right.
I know they're taking somewhat of a risk in choosing a contractor, but there's some. So I try to share in that risk.
Right. That's risky. I mean, on this side, I hear. I mean, there's just as many. Well, there has to be more. There's more dishonest homeowners out there. I'm sorry, than there are dishonest contractors.
We've met a couple.
And so to even take the risk on starting a project with no money down at
right.
all is huge, because it does cost you to get started.
That's right.
But I love. So you do this, and let's talk about this. Like, you step through. So it's like, let's stay even keel throughout this project, right?
Right.
That's how you do it.
Well, first of all, I can do that because I trust my crews and our work.
Mm-hmm.
And I have that much trust in them that only then can I offer that sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I collect, or we collect on a weekly basis throughout the project.
Yeah.
And so they get used to the weekly invoices or draws. Mm-hmm. And so we just try to stay even.
Yeah. So, and if there's weeks that you're not working, then you're not collecting money from people if you haven't done work that week. It's you know, things get delayed. Here's another thing that we hear a lot of times at the Good Contractors list, and what's good about us backing the contractor is it doesn't happen as often. But just imagine you've been taken advantage of by a contractor in the past, and now this person is a week behind. It's just natural, if you don't have any kind of protection at all, to just go, oh, here we go again. It's another one of those contractors. Well, yes, every contractor, good or bad, is going to have bumps in the road. It's going to happen. You cannot go into a project thinking everything is going to work out perfectly. It's going to be 8 weeks. I'm going to collect 8 payments, and at the end, everybody's going to be happy.
We're still striving for the perfect project.
Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, if they really worked out that way.
Right. And so what we do is we got some good folks in the office who will kind of gauge that progress that week and invoice accordingly.
That's good.
If there's, for some reason, there was little to no progress that week, then we don't bill that week. Mm-hmm. But if we accomplish twice as much as we had planned, then the draw that week may be twice as much as the one before.
Right. Yeah. Have you ever followed behind a contractor that didn't fulfill his obligation?
Sure. Right. And those people are especially apprehensive, and so they like not only the guarantee that I give them with no money up front, but they love the Good Contractors because I come with their $10,000 guarantee.
Right.
Should that sort of thing happen again, I'm backed by this third-party organization.
Right. And, the Good Contractors list stands behind every job that you do. It's
Correct.
Every job. It's not just the jobs that come through us. We stand behind every job of every contractor that's on our list. So we cannot run a business or even hope to succeed if we don't have people like you, Rick. We need people that care about their customers, that care about their reputation, and that, just the heart that you have for this industry is awesome.
Well, I would say is that a lot of people are apprehensive from the get-go whether they've been burned or not, and so I'm sure to tell them about you and the Good Contractors list. And the number one question I get is, well, I didn't find you through the Good Contractors list, and so I kind of like that you offer that because I'm a member, mm-hmm. and so that goes to all of my clients, yes. No matter how they find me.
That's right. That's
your
right.
point.
Yep. And so, what's some of your favorite remodeling projects? Let's just talk a little bit about what you do now.
Well, we have 3 fantastic project managers. Those are full-time employees, and so every project comes with a full-time project manager, and then a great list of crews and trusted subcontractors. But together, we all are really excited about the whole house renovations, and kitchens and bathrooms are kind of our bread and butter. But just to see the before pictures and the after pictures, but we're all really excited to see the progress every day. I know I am. So I get around and see projects as much as I can, and I like to go in there and just see the progress. And we all like to work with our hands. We're all proud of our work. And while I don't swing the hammer anymore, I do like to monitor the progress. I like the designing of it. That's really exciting to me. So
your design build, you do it
correct.
From design all the way through.
Right. I work with a couple of really good interior designers on a regular basis, but I've certainly designed my fair share of kitchens and bathrooms and homes. So I really like that, and then seeing it built and come to realization.
And I feel like you're probably always thinking whenever you see stuff like this, is this something that would make my dad proud?
That's right. That's right. And so I have a lot of pride in everything we build. And so while there are some particular customers out there, what I try to share and get through to those folks is that I'm just as picky, and I'm just
probably
as proud.
More picky.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
And so where a customer says, "Okay, that looks great," I may see something that they don't with an untrained eye.
Right.
But me with something, this is something I do every day, and if I don't like it, even if they like it and I don't, we're gonna get it fixed.
I love that. Imagine that a contractor that would actually go, the homeowner signed off on it. I'm willing to write your last check, and he goes in there and goes, that does not look good.
Are you sure you like that?
Yeah, that does not look good. We're fixing that.
It
I mean, that's more money out of his pocket, but how many people would just go, oh, okay, you're okay with that? Let's walk away.
Right.
That's
right.
not, that's, I love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
I wanna be proud, and those after pictures are a pride and joy, and get those out and show them, and that helps us to build and to grow our business too when we show those off.
Yeah. Well, guys, just you can see why Rick is on our list. If you need any kind of remodeling from the foundation up, anything that you need, you can count on Manning Remodeling and Construction to make that happen. Rick, thank you so much for coming in and talking with me. Thank you for being a part of our team. We hope you're going to be here forever. And what's the website address that people can find you at?
It's www.manningrnc.com. manningrnc.com.
All right. And you can always find them on thegoodcontractorslist.com.
If the job's not right, we'll get it fixed.